Found footage horror films. What a festival of good and shit. It could be a genre in its own right. There are a lot of decent and some acclaimed ones, and then there are low-budget shitty ones. Found footage all started with a 1980 film called Cannibal Holocaust, which was a very mixed film due to its grotesque violence. It then continued to become popular with The Last Broadcast, which tells the story of two filmmakers exploring the Jersey Devil, the first film to be entirely shot and edited on consumer-level digital equipment. The film wasn't well known, but it did start something new. Of course, it was then exploded into the mainstream with the Blair Witch Project, which popularized the entire genre of found footage films. There's a shit ton to go around, but the one that has had more attention and more found footage movies than any of them by far is Paranormal Activity. That's the one I want to go over, along with all its sequels. It became such a popular film, it's been parodied up the ass with Paranormal Movie, Paranormal Entity, A Haunted House 1 and 2, Supernatural Activity, Paranormal Whacktivity, Paranormal Captivity, Normal Activity, sounds like the most boring shit ever, and 30 Nights of Paranormal Activity with the devil inside, the girl with the dragon tattoo. What the what? And yes, that's Bane and Abraham Lincoln sleeping together. Now your life is complete. Well, now on with Paranormal Activity, not to be confused with the other ones. Oh god, no. The film starts at a very nice and normal pace with an ordinary couple living out a nice happy life together in a new house. So far so good. Their names are Mika and Katie. Mika is filming everything because right off the bat he says there's weird things happening in the house. Katie doesn't mind it at first until shit really starts going down. I love their chemistry as a couple, and the fact that the movie just focuses on these two really makes the movie shining. They auditioned together without even really knowing each other, the director said. They did perfectly as if they had known each other for years. That's amazing. I love their characters. They are very likable. Mika is a goofy but determined filmmaker who wants to get his damn ghost, and Katie is a lovely lady who wants to live a normal life. She had a troubled past, but we'll get to that. She then gets scared and pissed off whenever Nika is out doing something stupid. One thing that makes this movie so beloved is that it doesn't have too many scares. It plays you off in a perfect way. What you don't see is scarier than what you do see, that's an old saying. A perfect example is when Mika goes to the attic. We know the gist. Everyone in the theater was probably about to freak out because there's something always chilling in the attic. So with Mika moving the camera, we're in high standards that something is going to pop out. Mika turns the camera around and he finds a lost picture in the attic of Katie as a little girl. Now that is creepy. Imagine hearing noises in your house and discovering a lost picture of yourself that you've never seen in the attic. Now that's scary. So well done with that scene, and it makes the movie great. Another thing this movie does is its amount of nights in which the two characters would sleep and we would watch from one room and hear what's going on in the other rooms. The camera doesn't leave the room, but we hear what's going on and see shit happening. That's another great example of horror. It starts getting nuts though. Something pulls Katie's leg and there's a huge tug of war going on for Katie, and she and Mika both scream out the top of their lungs, which is hilarious. Katie getting up in the middle of the night and standing there for 3 hours, then going outside on a swinging chair and not remembering it. That's another great scene. But the one that takes the cake is the ending. My god, to me this ending is so damn funny I can't even take it seriously. And perhaps maybe you after this. So Katie gets out of bed and stands there for more hours. Jesus. She then goes downstairs and starts screaming, which wakes up Mika, and he rushes downstairs and we hear more screaming. Again, what you don't see is better. So we can use our imagination of what happened. Again, a great scene. But it's hilarious because, listen. Just hearing him but not seeing him is just... oh my god, it's so funny. Then, the ultimate payoff. We sit there for like 2 minutes waiting to see what will happen next. Mika's ass just flies right in front of the camera and he's dead. Look at him. After this? Oh my god. First time I saw this, I lost it, and it still kills me. I guess because, well, just look at it. Oh, My God, can't take that seriously. Well, he's dead, and Katie makes a demonic face and roars at the camera. Her whereabouts remain unknown, which means she's still out there. And that's creepy, like when Michael Myers was still out there at the end of Halloween. Also, this movie has 2 alternate endings, both of which Micah doesn't fly in front of the camera. Boo! Instead, he's left downstairs. Katie comes back with a knife in her hand and her shirt filled with blood. She shuts the door and she slits her own throat, and that's the end. They're both dead. And the other ending, the same thing happens downstairs, except this time she rocks back and forth by her bed with a knife in her hand for 2 whole days. 2 days. The police come after a friend discovers Micah's corpse, and they shoot Katie after the ghost leaves her in the closet behind a police officer closes. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the other ending. Yeah, that one. Oh, God, kill me. Well, that's Paranormal Activity, and what do you know? It's already the best one. None of the other ones top it. I'm still gonna review them, though, because I'm an awesome guy. Ew, gross. This movie did really good in the mainstream of things. Audiences left the theater during the movie for being too frightened, and it does great elements in which all horror movies should do. Love the characters of Micah and Katie, mostly Micah because he loves films and cameras, and he's just a funny guy. Mainly because of this, okay? He's one of my favorite found footage characters, and I have a list of them. So stay tuned, cause next is the sequel, prequel, sequel, or whatever the fuck. See you next time. But before, just one more. Oh God, that never gets old.